Well, it's up, guys. I am burning some garbage and have been contemplating a lot that's going on in our world at the very moment. It's the 10th of January 2021, and it really seems as though our government is crashing around us, which is very surreal for me. Like, I don't know. It just feels like there's a lot going on. I deleted my Facebook last night. I've been wanting to delete it since November, and as stupid as it sounds, I felt tethered to it a little bit because it's a big way that I communicate with my family and stuff, and that's kind of how, like, if you can't be in each other's lives every day, it's a great way to share pictures and stuff and kind of keep people involved in your day-to-day. So that, I mean, everybody I think that can attest to being a little tethered to their phones in one way or another. So I deleted Facebook because I do not believe in what they're doing right now. I feel like they are taking more than half of the world's voices away from them, and that's not right. That isn't the direction that our world should be headed in. So I've just been really contemplating a lot lately in the last few days. I don't know what to believe or think at this very second in some cases. I do think it's time for a change, absolutely. We should not have to be told what to think. They shouldn't have that kind of control over us. I mean, even if, I don't know, Democrat, Republican, whatever, that should all be set aside. This is a human issue. All humans are going to be affected by this. It doesn't, not just Americans. What's happening in America right now should scare everybody because, growing up, I have definitely taken my freedom for granted. Like, I knew that it came with a price. But I always felt safe here. I remember as a kid hearing things about war, just like from adults talking. And I remember asking if that could ever happen here. And I was hit with like a resounding no. That couldn't happen here. We're safe. And I just always felt so proud of my country to know that we would always all have each other's backs. Like, back on September 11th, I felt like we were all united in one. You couldn't drive up the road in our town without seeing flags flying. And you could just feel it in the air that we all had one common belief. And it was that our country was under an attack and we were not going to take it. So much patriotism I took in during those days, which really even more solidified how safe I felt in this country. And just up until internet, basically, I felt safe. And then slowly it just kind of it was little things at a time where you could realize how quickly the internet was getting out of control. How much people had given into it. And it's like literally, I don't think there's people, I think that there are people out there that are not going to know what to do without the internet. We're going to have to go back a little ways, and we don't have to have the internet, guys. We survive just fine without it. We're granted it's going to absolutely turn things upside down because we got so far away from what we needed. I mean, I'm not condemning the internet entirely. It's brought a lot of good. It has connected people in a way that we've never been connected before, and given us voices, which is, I think, how we went off. I mean, we should always have our voice, but we've given so much power to the internet. The internet tells us what we think instead of us saying what we think, what our heart says, what we feel. God is important in our world, and we've gotten so far away from that. I don't understand why. He is the reason for everything. I've never prayed harder for anything in all my life than for God to just show us the way. I will follow. I believe and I have faith. That's the only thing that's keeping me sane right now, is my faith and trust. And I know that whatever will be. It was His will. It's a big reason why I'm not afraid of COVID. If I am supposed to be dead from COVID, then I will be dead from COVID. So will you, so will everybody else. There's reasons why populations get sick. We cannot fix everything. And as cold-hearted as that might sound, it's a catch-22 saying and feeling this, because, you don't want to have people that you love die that way. But we are being so force-fed chemicals and other shit that's, we're being subjected to. We're being poisoned by our everyday lives. That's why I think that we have such a problem with cancers and all the things that plague us nowadays. So many people, more people than are not, seem sick. Somebody has something wrong with them, or was subjected to something that caused them to have something wrong with them. Like, we guided Steve on the Kaibab, the late hunt. He had just been diagnosed with terminal lung disease. He'd never smoked a day in his life. And so automatically you think, well, I didn't smoke, so I won't get cancer, lung cancer, throat cancer, whatever. But yeah, he has it. And it's probably because he breathed in certain things. He was a contractor. And so he thinks that's probably how he got it. But we got to go way back. We need to go backwards. We lost touch. We lost our roots. We lost family and God. And that is what's going to be our salvation. That's the only thing that will solve this. There's a lot of evil in this world. We witnessed it firsthand back in February when we had the road rage incident that got so blown out of proportion. It was like a freaking Salem witch trial all over again. And they didn't even know any of the circumstances. They didn't realize that the person that was making these claims was outright lying on so many levels. But everybody believed it. They wanted to believe it. They just wanted to be angry. They wanted to social justice warriors. And they attacked our character. They attacked who we are. They attacked our family, our friends, our jobs, where we go to school. Every little thing they could, they went after. And, you know, what happened was a dispute between two people, two willing parties. We both engaged. One of us could have drove away, but both of us did not. So there is blame on both parts. And a lot of people forgot that. Twitter allowed people to send my daughter rape threats, kill threats, like horrible, horrible things. You would not believe the stuff that people were saying to my daughter, who was just a passenger in the car, as was I. We were just innocent passengers that witnessed what happened. And we both, our characters, were just dragged through the dirt. I consider myself a good person. I always go out of my way to help people. I am charitable. I can't tell you how many times I've given the last $20 we have because I had faith that it would come back. And it always has. Tenfold. I never hesitate to give. That is what we're here for. Is to serve one another. My daughter got kicked out of school because people put up, they contacted her school and said that she was a racist, which the dispute was between all of us are white. It wasn't a racial dispute. It wasn't a location dispute. It was also said that we targeted them. They said we targeted them for being from California and for being gay. They were driving a car with Idaho license plates. Where do we get California from, guys? You're white. We can't be racist to each other. But everybody ran with that, and they contacted everybody that they could. Had people lose jobs. They went on Google and put in false reviews about our bakery and our catering service, which my sister-in-laws and I, we blood, sweat, and tears for a year. And I am not joking. This took us to the friggin' bottom, man. It tested all of us so hard. I wouldn't give those days up for anything, though, because I learned a lot. And we were doing really good. We did an event for the governor of Idaho. We did multiple events for big facilities, like for their Christmas parties. Like, we were doing awesome. We had a show at the wedding show where we came and displayed like our cakes and all that stuff. And so we were trying to like sell our wedding cakes and our food services, things like that. And we were really getting traction. We were doing really awesome. And all at once, we came back from this hunt last year. It was the end of January. And it's like one thing after another. We had the road rage thing happen. COVID happened. Our bakery and catering service had to be shut down. And life has been going 100 miles per hour since we moved to Idaho 2 years ago. We've been so busy and living, truly living. I wouldn't give an ounce of it back. I have lived more in the last 2 years of my life than ever. It's been quite a learning experience, that's for sure. But when I was bringing up the Twitter and the Facebook and how all that was going on, they let that happen. They didn't delete that stuff. They want us to hate each other. They want us to eat each other alive. And yeah, you guys are doing a good job of it. You're targeting people that are not bad people. That sometimes, you do stupid stuff. You make a mistake, you act on an urge or an impulse. We're human. You shouldn't be crucified and have your whole life destroyed over a little mistake. When we as a culture encourage that of each other, we're doomed. When we pat each other on the back for tearing people apart, why do we do that? It makes no sense to me. But our president is being, his freedom of speech is being taken from him, and it's being taken from us. There's Josh. He's just walking over and walking away, I guess. But we need to speak up, guys. And we need to learn how to live without the internet. It may sound hypocritical because we have a channel and we like to share stuff, but you know what? It's not making any difference to our lives, ultimately. Like, I can keep living and not sharing this stuff. It'd actually be a lot easier to not have to share this stuff, because then I can be more in the moment, and maybe that's what I do need to do. I feel like I am mostly in the moment, and that I actually don't feel negatively about videoing and stuff, because I can look back on so many things like and be like, oh wow, I forgot all about that trip. But I have 295 uploads on YouTube. We have 295 videos of memories that we have made, and I don't regret that, not one bit. And if we got you guys outside and getting, your family outside, putting your phones down, enjoying nature and God, what God has given you, then game could be over and I would be plenty happy. We are keeping our spirits high and our hopes high, because faith is everything right now. We have to remain faithful and just keep moving in a better direction and helping others see that there's a better direction too. Not forcefully, just lead by example. That would be my best advice. Just needed to get that out there. God bless every one of you. Stay safe, and we'll hopefully be seeing you.